Hello, viewer. You're welcome to this exciting moment with Dr. Jeroh on understanding public service rule. In this lecture, I'm just going to give you the introduction to this program. The essence of this lecture is to make sure that civil servants who are preparing for their promotion exams have a better understanding of the public service rule, and outside that, have the ability to understand, even in their workplace, what the public service rule is all about. Understanding public service rule was born out of the fact that many persons who write these exams were not coming out well. It was a very big challenge. And then the public service rule is the rules and regulation that governs the civil service. And so this lecture is to give you an eye-opener on what the public service rule is all about. The core of the Federal Civil Service Commission, which is otherwise called the Commission, is on appointments, recruitment, promotion, discipline, as well as petition and litigation. Other areas, questions can be drawn when you talk about the exams you're writing. Because I talked about the Federal Civil Service Commission. And so between the period of recruitment and promotion, where there are issues, you are disciplined. And so we are going to look at, in preparing for this exam, what are the areas that we are going to be looking at. Before now, we're told that there's no curriculum. So I'm going to give you a brief history on the curriculum of this exam. The curriculum of the civil service exam is broken down into three major courses, or three major subject areas, you may say. The first area has to do with the public service rule. The second area has to do with your area of specialty. And then the third area is general knowledge and current affairs. Now, the breakdown of this exam is that your performance evaluation, at every year you're supposed to be evaluated. I think on 6 months basis, you ought to be evaluated by your direct superior. That evaluation culminates into 20%. Your maturity is 10%, and the examination is 70%. Now, your examination is broken down into three areas, and that's the area of profession, that's your area of specialty, which we call professional, and then you also have the public service rule, and then general knowledge. Each of them have their marks allotted. Before now, the marks allotted were 30, 20, 20. At a point, it was 30, 25, 15, but it's not static. The consultants may decide where and how to allot those marks. But at the end of the day, the marks allotted always amount to 70%, which you now add to 10% of maturity, and then performance. It's that's your evaluation performance, which used to be called APA. That's Annual Performance Evaluation Report. It's 20%. But these days, we no longer talk about APA. We now talk about the performance management system. And so that's it. The pass mark for this exam is actually 60%. It's expected that if you are 60%, you ought to be promoted. But remember that this promotion is highly competitive, so you need to score as much as 85 to 90%, which is very possible by the time you go through the series of these lectures. In order for us to understand the public service rule, we should just remember the word claims. When you remember claims, C-L-A-I-M-S. C-L-A-I-M-S. When you remove the C, you talk about the P, and that's claims. Now, most times we look at the areas where these questions are going to be drawn from under public service rule. But we are so choked and so confused because we don't really understand the areas the questions are drawn from. From this lecture, I'll bring into your fingertips major areas the questions are drawn from. And the major areas the questions are drawn from is known by that acronym, PLEMS. Again, PLEMS. P-L-A-I-M-S. What is PLEMS? PLEMS simply means P for promotion, L for leave, A for appointment / recruitment, I for inefficiency, otherwise called general inefficiency, M for misconduct, and S for serious misconduct. These are the major areas where questions are drawn from under the public service rule. Other areas questions are drawn from include transfer and secondment, types of transfer, posting, retirement in public interest, conduct prejudicial to security of the state, leaving the service, record of service, types of promotion such as conversion, advancement, upgrading, conversion and upgrading, suspension and interdiction, petitions and appeals, withholding and deferment of increment, sources of information in the service, ethics in government business, some abbreviations that are usually used in the service, as well as expressions used in the service, council memorandum, disciplinary measure taken in order of severity, condonation of service, scheduled service, the civil service, the scheme of service, and then there's an area called discipline. Of course, that's where misconduct, serious misconduct, and inefficiency also falls into. And then we have the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan of 2020 to 25 rather, and then Performance Management System, virtual meetings, DTAs, and so on and so forth. So these are the major areas questions are usually drawn from. Now, under the area of promotion, where can questions be drawn from? Under promotion, you observe that questions are drawn from the definition of promotion, the types of promotion, authorities responsible for promotion, the committees that are in charge of promotion, and so on and so forth. There are major areas. By the time we are going to look at promotion itself, we will take a detailed look at it. Then under nutrition, under leave, you have the area talking about the meaning of leave, definition of leave, and then authorized leave. And then you also look at leave entitlement and so on. So these are the areas on leave. By the time we go into details, you will see that. So ladies and gentlemen, before I round up this class, I want you to get relaxed because by the next video, we'll be talking about promotion. And by the time we go into the details talking about promotion, you'll get to have a better understanding. If you had enjoyed this video, you can like, subscribe, and share. Till I come your way again, I am Dr. Jeroh, consultant educationist, online facilitator on public service rule. I'm also involved in human resource capacity building. We build capacities of the human resource personnel in your establishment, whether the oil and gas, whether civil service, irrespective of whatever, the banking industry. Just let us know what you want of your staff and where you want to take your staff to. We're going to do that. For more details, you can contact me on 0813 793 6850. And for those of you who are overseas, plus 234 813 793 6850. Again, plus 234 813 793 6850. Till I come your way again with another exciting lectures at this on the Understanding Public Service Rule. I remain your online facilitator, Dr. Jeroh. Thank you.